part of the Davidsons ethos. They want a legacy for good design. Ultimately, everyone wants to be proud of what we build. So everything I do really is working off that basic brief. So what I often say is the house belongs to the street, because actually it's how the houses are formulated on that street which makes that a streetscape and makes it more interesting. I'm designing a place, ultimately, that people want to live in. When it's finished, you get a sense of community when you walk on there, because you see people chatting at their doorstep, and maybe somebody may be walking their dog, but they're chatting to somebody in number 6 or something like that, and you just get a sense that it's worked. You know, I look at it, and if it makes me smile, I know we've done a good job. When you're looking at a new site and you'll go and do the character study of the local village, I take loads of pictures, stick them on my wall in my office, so you immerse yourself in that site. Quite often villages are built up of different housing types, Georgian, Victorian. You might have a church, pubs, people drive through and I go, oh, this is nice, I'd love to live here. So what I do is take the essence of that and apply that to a new development. You're trying to design something that looks like it's evolved already, but it's actually new. Thorpebury is basically a brand new village, and we're actually one of 3 developers at Thorpebury. Interestingly, they've actually started before us, so that leads to a new challenge. You know, what we're doing has got to be special. I'd like to think that we stand way above where they are, that we're not just building boxes, we're building people's homes, we're building communities. It's the detailing that we use is different from everybody else's. We obviously try and mix that up to actually reflect the local characteristics of the area, creating those sort of inspirational street scenes that people recognise Davidsons for. We've designed the initial frontage street scene, 6 or 7 houses part of that street scene, and they're pretty much all individual houses. So you've got various house types which sit within there, whether a fully rendered house in different colours. We've got some special houses within there as well, so we've actually got a house with a turret. And you actually see quite a few of these houses which are in and around the Charnwood area. So that house has been designed particularly for this site. It fronts onto a cricket pitch, and it'll be a marker to lead you into what is Davidson's development. Opposite the turret house, we've got what I call the X house. So it's sort of a very much of a Leicestershire-based coloured brick. It's a smooth brick, but it's a detail which you see around the Leicestershire areas where they mix that up with a blue brick, and they create diamonds within the actual brick pattern. So it's been designed particularly for Thorpebury and how that's going to integrate within that street scene. It's as much about the inside as it is about the outside. There's a few key features which is basically to make them as open plan as possible, but still have retained spaces where people can go, snugs, sitting rooms, studies. There's been a lot of research done in regards to light and how people feel. So quite often the back of the house, we've actually opened the house up and I've got what I call 3-phase living. You've got the kitchen, a living space and a dining space together. We'll very often put on a fully glazed pod. Now this actually soaks the room in light, which is fantastic. And we've really built on that and how spaces work and how families work together. And you'll see that through our entire range of houses now. We've started to build at Thorpebury now. Really what excites me is, as a new village, you know, you've got a responsibility there to the people who are going to live there, that you're going to build that community for them. You know, they're going to feel like it's home. And I'm really looking forward to it happening. So I'm going to enjoy going back and sort of revisiting it over the next 5 to 10 years.